It's time. Top Gun Maverick is coming to streaming. It has now been announced that Paramount has set the launch date for Top Gun Maverick on Paramount Plus, and it will be December 22nd. Now, Taylor, you're going to have to look this up for me about what was the theatrical release date of Top Gun Maverick, because we now live in a world where it's
May 27th.
Which day?
I think it was May 27th.
May 27th.
May 27th? So May, June, July, August, September, October, November, December. This is like more than double the length of the old theatrical window, right? This is more than double what the old theatrical, the 90-day theatrical window was. And now we've got it coming out here on December 22nd on Paramount Plus streaming. We've talked a lot about the fact that Tom Cruise fought hard to keep this movie in theaters and for it not to go straight to streaming like some studio executives want to do. Thankfully, the more powerful studio executives decided they agreed with Tom Cruise to keep it in theater. We already saw how they were rewarded with that. Now we got the second part of that. What about extending that theatrical window? Instead of going the 45 days, which they would have lost out on a bunch of money, but still, they could have done 60 days, they could have whatever. They had this big stretch. And here's the funny thing. I predict that the day Top Gun Maverick lands on Paramount Plus will be the biggest single day subscriber sign up that Paramount's ever had. And this will blow away the erroneous misconception that the faster you get something onto streaming, the better it is. And I think Top Gun Maverick is going to buck that and show, actually, if you treat a movie like it's something special, people will react to it like it's something special. And so I think this is really interesting that's coming out, but finally coming to Paramount Plus. We won't go into your overall love of Top Gun Maverick because we're going to talk about that.
I got that pocketed
later.
right now. Yeah.
But what do you think about this, the release date coming? What do you think about them waiting so long? What are your thoughts?
What's really interesting about this is it also bucks the Paramount Plus trend of putting these things on Paramount Plus the same day as you put them on digital. So,
right, yeah.
So like, you know, for example, Smile just came out on iTunes and Vudu and everything else, but it showed up on Paramount Plus the same day. So what that does is if I'm a Paramount Plus subscriber, there's no reason for me to buy Smile. I already paid for Paramount Plus. By withholding Top Gun from Paramount Plus, you had a theatrical window, you had a digital window, you had a physical media window because it's now out on disc, and then you get to the Paramount Plus streaming, which is kind of the way it should be. It's like monetize this movie as much as you can so that when you get to your streaming platform, you've already made, like, that's now just cream on top, you know, and I've never understood this logic of like, well, throw it out the same day as your digital release and cannibalize your digital sales, or throw it out before your when you actually would put it up for sale somewhere. So I think in every other way that this movie has sort of bucked trends and defeated the norms of what everybody else was doing, and has been proven right at every single step. It was, you know, the biggest digital sale of the time. It's a huge physical seller. It was obviously a huge theatrical seller. So none of these things you could point to and go, well, see, look where Paramount screwed that up because they did this in the wrong order. They did this other thing. And I think you're right. On December 22nd, right before Christmas, when you're going to have all kinds of families gathering, you're going to have people that are like, oh, that's available for, you know, whatever my Paramount Plus subscription is going to be. And we can watch it again if you don't already own it. And that it's like, that's kind of the way it should be. And so I think that it's perfect timing. And it is, if you wait it out, your audience will wait for you. You don't have to rush this thing out.
All right. And it builds the anticipation.
Yeah.
Rob, you're taking a look at this, the approach they take. This was very much an old school approach to distributing the movie. It seems to have worked for it. What's your takeaways from this?
Well, I think that this was not the original plan. I thought Paramount pivoted well once they saw how well this movie was absolutely doing. And look, to me, the way this film was put out and promoted, and we could see this at CinemaCon, they knew they had liquid gold. I mean, they knew. And I would love to have been like the head of distribution at Paramount watching this movie for the first time. I wonder if somebody picked up a phone and said, Brian Ben or whoever the name, it's not Brian Ben, but the new
From Dream On.
Dream On. Who's the head of Paramount? It's Brian somebody.
Yeah.
Somebody had to call and go, this should not be a 45-day window. And I'm sure they changed all their plans and they played it perfectly. And I think that everything they've done with this film, they've maximized. You're pushing $1.5 billion at the box office. Then, like you said, they smartly released it on pay per, what is it?
VOD.
VOD, PVS, VOD, whatever. Pay for that on all the different platforms, so you had to pay. Then they released it on physical media, which, by the way, is unbelievable. And now it's going to streaming. They've literally wrung every dollar out of this in I think, a proper manner, because you're looking at, it's 6 months.
209 days.
They let this play out over 6 months, and they have. That's the way movies should. I mean, not every movie's Top Gun Maverick, but that's the way to play it.
Is it weird that we're saying, because who would have thought this, that probably the best run studio the last 2 years is Paramount? When you look at
It's astonishing.
I don't think they've lost money.
But I also think this goes to how these things are cyclical. And you think back to like Paramount in the 80s, where they had Beverly Hills Cop and Raiders of the Lost Ark. And, they could sort of do no wrong in the 80s. And then they kind of fall off. And this studio comes up. But now it's like, Disney seems to be having more trouble than they've had previously. And Paramount is... But I think that it speaks to kind of the cyclical nature of the studios, and how just because something is, Universal, you could write Universal off for years and years and years. And then all of a sudden Universal starts making Fast and Furious movies that are making $1 billion. And it's like every studio will come around, but Paramount especially.
All right, guys, question is for you. What do you think about this? Top Gun Maverick is coming to Paramount Plus on December 22nd. I know a lot of people are excited about it. And listen, I'm already kind of predisposed to Paramount Plus because they got Tulsa King, and Paramount's also got extended wise. They got Yellowstone, which is my favorite show on TV, but I really like Paramount Plus. Are you going to sign up for it too, just because of Top Gun? I think a lot of people are. Whatever you guys think, jump down to the comment section below and leave those thoughts there. Guys, we want to take a second to thank a sponsor of this video, Manscaped. This holiday season, I'll be giving thanks to our friends over at Manscaped. Everyone loves turkey and stuffing, but you'll be looking like dessert with the help of Manscaped's Performance Package 4.0. The leaders in below-the-waist grooming have blessed you with the ultimate Thanksgiving dinner topic. Tell your in-laws about your new cutting-edge ball trimmer and gift yourself or the man in your life the ultimate men's hygiene bundle. Trim up your pumpkins by going to manscaped.com and use the code CAMPEA for free shipping and 20% off. And this year I am so thankful for Manscaped because, like most of you guys, I used to use Neanderthalic Dark Age methods to trim my balls. Not anymore, thanks to Manscaped. It's time for all of us to give thanks to Manscaped Performance Package 4.0, or as I like to call it, the perfect package for your package. Inside, you'll find their Lawnmower 4.0 trimmer, Weed Whacker ear and nose hair trimmer, Crop Preserver ball deodorant, Crop Reviver toner, Performance boxer briefs, and a travel bag to hold all your goodies. The heart of the package, their Lawnmower 4.0 trimmer, features a cutting-edge ceramic blade to reduce grooming accidents thanks to their advanced skin-safe technology. So get 20% off and free shipping with the code CAMPEA at manscaped.com. That's 20% off with free shipping at manscaped.com and use the promo code CAMPEA. Be thankful this holiday season for the best gift of all from Manscaped. Your balls will thank you.